Tradicionalna kineska medicina, nastala na području Kine i većeg dijela Azije, jedna od najstarijih grana medicine. Utemeljena na filozofiji taoizma, ona čovjeka promatra kao biće podložno prirodnim zakonima, pa ga liječi kao cjelinu, razumijevanjem međusobne povezanosti svih simptoma i uzroka. Teorija kineske medicine sadrži veći broj načina poticanja čovjekove energije te unutarnjih organa i kanala u organizmu. Neizostavni dio te medicine su slavni pojmovi yin i yang, kojima su drevni Kinezi grupirali sve konfliktne ideje i načine kako se stvari mijenjaju. I dok je nekad Kina bila daleko, svijet postaje sve manji, pa smo s kineskim liječnikom Mingyongom Wangom, koji živi i radi u Splitu, susret dogovorili ovdje, na Rubu Znanosti. Dobro večer. Dr. Wang Mingyong vodi TSM Center International, odnosno Međunarodni centar tradicionalne kineske medicine u Splitu. Dobro večer.
Dobro večer.
Da malo ljudima objasnimo otkud Kinezu uopće u Splitu. Evo, reći ću da ste završili medicinski fakultet 1986. u Kini na sveučilištu Yanbian. Počeli ste raditi također u bolnici, specijalizirali ste kardiotorakalnu kirurgiju, gdje ste radili sa timu kineskih i američkih liječnika na najmodernijim operacijama srca. No, kako je u Kini tradicionalna kineska medicina obavezan dio medicinskog obrazovanja, nakon što ste se doselili u Hrvatsku, gdje ste se zapravo skrasili u bračnom smislu, počeli ste se baviti tradicionalnom kineskom medicinom. Prvi put o njoj govorimo u emisiji na Rubu Znanosti, pa bi možda dobar početak bio da nam objasnite što je tradicionalna kineska medicina i koje su njene osnove i njene specifičnosti.
Yeah. This traditional medicine, just from ancient China, it's a natural medicine. It's also holistic medicine. And I think it will also become international. Because every country began to learn something about TCM, traditional Chinese medicine. And it's very effective. So the holism, the most important characteristic for TCM. This holism means one local part is connected with all the body. And all body connected with the local part. So this cannot separate. Example, headache. Some I think the head problem or brain problem. But sometimes because of the neck. Sometimes because we do some massage on the foot, on the thumb. Later, this headache disappears. So this means this is holism.
Kakav je koncept doktora unutar tradicionalne kineske medicine?
So this is very interesting. In the ancient time, even they have three kind of doctor. One doctor just cure the country. The second doctor just cure the people. The lower doctor cure the disease. Now, the lower doctor means only local therapy. So this means not so good. But the first doctor is a top doctor. This means can help more people make a harmony for the country. Look like a premier or president. So this is only symbolic meaning. So, but in my opinion, there is some more classification about the doctor. For example, some doctor only use a tablet and operation or injection to cure some disease. But some doctor, for example, use some manual medicine. For example, this kind of chiropractic doctor or massage doctor. So they just do by hand to make the energy better, make the organ function better. So later the patients start healing or the client just become more healthy, more energetic. So some other doctor, for some other level of doctor, even can give some psychology therapy. So this without tablet, without any technique, look like by hand, by so only talk, only by some special technique. I think the even higher level, they combine with this manipulation and some psychology therapy, and even acupuncture or chiropractic, even pediatric massage, and also some life natural method to do some exercises, qigong, yoga, or something more. So I think this is even higher level than some common doctor. I think the highest doctor is Jesus. Just by he touched the hand to healing you. This is unbelievable, look like, but I think can be true. Why? Because the emotion, the energy, the consciousness, concentration all come together. Common doctor separate the emotion and the energy, so not like a laser, only focus on the body, on one point. So that's the most powerful.
Tradicionalna kineska medicina široko je područje koje obuhvaća i filozofiju, i religiju, i znanost o životu, mnoge pojmove poput pitanja prehrane, meditacije, vrućeg, hladnog i slično. Međutim, u središtu razmišljanja i razumijevanja svijeta iz perspektive kineske tradicionalne medicine su poznati pojmovi yin i yang. U kom smislu se prakticira takva perspektiva po pitanju liječenja? Znači, što to zapravo znači iz perspektive vas kao liječnika tradicionalne kineske medicine? Primjena tog principa yin i yang i što oni uopće jesu?
Yin-yang is a concept also very long time, a few thousand years ago, from I Ching and from Dao De Jing. Also very popular, in that time, for philosophy, for medicine, for universe, for society, for everything, even for family, or for people, for health. So this yin-yang, for example, just two sides for one entity. So one is yin, another is yang. For example, as a people, I think the body is yin, the function is yang, or the qi is yang, or the energy is yang. But for our globe, the sun is yang. The moon is yin. So we view the globe or the human body from the sun, from the moon, not only from the globus or from the earth. So for the organ, for example, also yin-yang. For example, liver and gallbladder is yin-yang. One pair look like a husband and wife in the family. For example, some other kidney and the bladder is also yin-yang. For the lung and the intestine, it's also yin-yang. This is connected. If you go to toilet to clean the intestine, you need the lung, stronger energy, stronger breathing. So later, this is connected. By modern medicine, you cannot understand how this respiratory system connected with the digestive system. In fact, it's a holism. It's connected. So from yin-yang, we just differentiation of a syndrome. For example, some client or patient just positive energy, hot, show the hot hand, hot ear, hot hand, hot foot. So this is means more yang than yin. But some are very cold. Always the foot is cold. Even the face, the hand are cold. So this is yin. So if the food also, we divide into yin-yang, or even hot food or cold food. In herbs also yin-yang, hot food and cold food. So if this client or this person has a cold food, we have to use the hot herbs or hot food. For example, the fruit, some fruit, peach is yang. So if this person is cold, you have to eat more peach. But if you eat more banana, more watermelon, it will be even colder. So this cannot make a yin-yang balance, cannot make a health body. So the meat also, for example, sheep meat or mutton is yang. For example, this dark meat is yin, so usually colder. So if you has a fever, maybe eat some watermelon or mutton. But if this children, this baby or some adults, so cold, just eat some mutton and eat some more peach or some herbs for healing. Or by regulate by manipulation, by hand, by acupressure, by tuina massage, or by moxibustion, heating, you know.
Kada se općenito govori, yin je znači mračna, hladna, vlažna strana, yang je svjetla, vruća strana i s obzirom da se ljudsko tijelo promatra kao mikrokozmos, isti princip se zapravo na neki način preslikava od najvećih skala veličina do najmanjih. Osim yina i yanga postoji općenito na istoku, može se to naći u Japanu, u Kini naravno, prije svega taj sustav 5 elemenata. On na neki način djeluje simbolički, međutim on omogućava da se uočavaju veze, posljedice, uzroci između raznih organa i slično. Što je to sustav 5 elemenata i koja je njegova praktična primjena?
Yes. This 5 element also a very important idea or theory of TCM. So usually this first from yin-yang become 4 symbols. From 4 symbol become 8 this trigram. So now before 8 trigram, also from this 4 symbol come another one element. This is the earth, because the earth is in the ancient time, I think, is the center. Is the center of the universe, not like the sun. Now we think the sun is the center of the universe. In fact, this is not absolute. When you're living here, you feel this is the center. But when you have some other viewpoint, you just think the sun is the center. You know. So this 5 element, the earth, if you go to the human body, it's just it's a digestion system. You know, in the TCM, this digestive is root after birth. You know, kidney is root before birth. So kidney control the brain, control the hormone, control the reproduction, control the urination, control the circulation. So kidney very important before birth. This is from parents. But after birth, just you need food, you need nutrition, you need absorption, digestion. So that's why the earth means the spleen and the pancreas and the stomach. This is also a very important element. So the 5 element, 4 symbol put 1 element. So this is a spleen. But if in the earth, the 4 direction, in the center is the earth. So that's the idea, make this a 5 element. So because the human body is a very special life, so it's more than 4 symbol. You know. So that's why 5 element for use, usually for human body, for health. For example, wood is liver. So liver also control the digestion and the coagulation and the absorption, even for emotion. So for anger, for example, if toxic, someone anger, usually because toxic in the liver or gallbladder. So the wood produce another element, just fire. Fire is the heart. If the liver is stronger, energy is stronger, so the fire is stronger. Fire stronger also make the heart stronger. If the heart is stronger, all the body circulation is stronger. So liver and heart very important. Anyway, the fire also can make the metal. For example, if it's too hot temperature, so for the metal, it will become liquid. So this is because of fire. Fire is the most powerful element in this fire element. So the metal means the lung. If the lung stronger, so this called also the lung. We can say is also the mother. You can say the mother or father. The lung and make the kidney, the water better. So if the breathing better, so make the more oxygen, more metabolism, the kidney better. Kidney is a water element. So if the water element is stronger, also the wood better. Mm-hmm. Look like the wood. Look at the water, feed the wood. Look like the tree. If you put watering the tree growing better. Mm-hmm. So the kidney connect with this liver, example. Mm-hmm. And the liver, another hand, liver also can control the stomach, the spleen. That is earth element. So someone, for example, gastritis, usually they think it's only gastritis, but someone is already toxic in the liver. The liver just make this gastritis even worse. So if you remove some toxin from the cupping therapy, make the toxin less, so the liver better working. So after the liver better working, this stomach released and less toxic. Mm-hmm. This is a fire element. Mm-hmm. This is called the relationship of interpromotion and interrelation.
Mm-hmm. Tih 5 elemenata, metal, drvo, voda, vatra i zemlja, zapravo su jedna dobra mapa kod koje se može vidjeti ako neki organ ne radi dobro, što mu zapravo prethodi u tom uzročno-posljedičnom krugu i u tom smislu je zapravo vrlo i primjenljivo. Osim tih 5 elemenata, u tradicionalnoj kineskoj medicini razlikuje se i 7 emocija. Koje su to 7 emocija?
7 emotions, just for etiology in TCM, very important. This, for example, this liver control the anger. This look like a fire element connected with the 7 emotions. The heart for joy. The lung just for sadness. The spleen just for overthinking, pensiveness. The kidney just for fear, or even fright. So this emotion connect with the organ. This is also a very important concept in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine. So, for example, this is if in the normal range, this is not too long time. This emotion stress. In modern time we call it stress. So if the stress not too much, not too long, this body still keep healthy, and yin yang is balanced. But if too long time, emotion overworked, or stress too much, or so tired, no good rest, no good sleeping, so this emotion make a disease. This is in fact is a defense system. Look for immunity.
Također, da završimo sa brojkama, tradicionalna kineska medicina razlikuje i 6 opasnih vremenskih utjecaja: vjetar, hladnoću, vlagu, vrućinu i ljeto i suhoću. No, ono što je zapravo čak i na neki način fascinantnije za nekog zapadnjaka naučenog na velike uređaje potrebne za dijagnostiku jest upravo dijagnostika u tradicionalnoj kineskoj medicini. Koji su alati i mehanizmi dijagnosticiranja poremećaja? Znači, kako se radi dijagnostika?
The weather, this is called six evil qi, for example. Or these are the six evils, or six evil qi, or bad influence from the weather. For example, in winter, it's windy, or it's cold. Usually more arthritis happened. In summer, usually it's hot. So the hot weather may make the usually it's in fact is good for human body and health. But someone if weak from a genetic is a weak body, they cannot tolerate someone even heart attack. Too hot. So usually the heart has some compensation. So this adaptation. But someone, because weak, cannot tolerate, just heart attack and even can die. So this wind is one factor, and cold also one factor. This is from winter weather, but in summer it's damp, and also wet or hot. This factor also disturb the body if too much. The body if cannot tolerate. So this is called the evil qi, disturb the health. So if we want to remove this qi or this how to say this bad evil. For example, some Parkinson's disease. Just they are tremor. In Chinese medicine, we just call it wind. Because the tremor always changing, look like windy. Suddenly disappear, suddenly come. So if you want to drive the wind, so just the cure. Usually we think from the liver. The liver stagnation, qi stagnation. Or the liver just the blockage or toxic. So later the liver not work properly. So later the body cannot remove the toxin. So the body toxic make the muscle spasm or make the brain even edema. Maybe even the circulation from the neck go to the brain even weaker. So dopamine become less. So later this client just a tremor. But in clinical experience, I found this tremor patient usually their back blockage, so they are very tough back, stiff back. So if you make this by hand manual manipulation, so later make this back easier or elastic or flexible. So later this client tremor just disappear. So this. In ancient time, we think drive the wind. In fact, this regulates the organ function, also qi. Organ function better.
Kaže se da generalno tradicionalna kineska medicina ima 4 metode dijagnostike. Kako se radi dijagnostika?
This usually by traditional medicine in TCM use 4 methods. These 4 methods, I think, usually by observation. You watch the client or patient, how they walk, how they look like. So sometimes the complexion, complexion very pale. Usually this weak because a yang deficiency or more yin. So if this face is so red, then this is usually this liver overreacted or some hypertension. So in this way, we should remove this toxin, from the liver. So this is observation or watching method. Another, I think, is ask or requiring. So ask some question, what he take or what he do, what he has done. So what's wrong with the family or the emotion system? Example, something wrong or not. So later we can analyze what's the yin deficiency or yang deficiency. From yin yang, we just decide how to regulate the body. Another method just by smell. We smell for example, the urination, the urine smell. Sometimes from the breathing can feel the smell. Some awful smell. Usually the stomach or liver are toxic, or acid too much. When they are breathing, you can hear, you can feel it, or you can smell it. So this another is pulse feeling. You feel the pulse to the patient with the 3 hands, 3 fingers. Sorry, 3 fingers to feel the pulse. How it look like? Someone stronger, someone weaker. This is yin yang. Someone can be more detailed, bigger pulse, or flat pulse, or weaker pulse. So many pulse, maybe even 100 pulse in the pulse books. But basically, we can divide, I think, for example, 20 pulse, 20 kinds of pulse. But at least you should know, as a beginner, someone want to know some parts, you should know at least yin-yang, two parts, or some dangerous parts. For someone in danger, the parts cannot feel it, or the parts is just irregular. In this way, you should know, the prognosis of the patient or situation.
Možemo sada u ovom drugom dijelu emisije pogledati primjere nekih od praksi kojima se vi bavite. Naravno da malo koji čovjek može obuhvatiti cijelu kinesku medicinu. Neki su stručnjaci samo za biljke, neki su stručnjaci za neke druge djelatnosti. U vašem TSM, Central International, znači u Splitu, osim nekih metoda koje su već poznate ljudima, poput refleksoterapije i akupunkture, koristite i neke koje su manje poznate. Pa možemo se upoznati neke od njih. Recimo, što je to tuina, pedijatrijska masaža?
Tuina is a Chinese name. In fact, it's a Chinese medical massage. Just by hand to do massage, including some technique, acupressure, or massage, or even chiropractic. So many technique. Even some beating, some some pushing, even traction, traction neck, traction the leg, traction the back, lower back. So this is called the tuina. Also, it's called the Chinese medical massage. So just regulate the qi, regulate the energy, regulate the blood circulation, make the organ function better, make it more healthy. Even for a healthy person can do. It's not necessarily to cure the disease.
Jedna od metoda koje radite zove se ventuze, odnosno na engleskom cupping. Zanimljivo što je nekad ta metoda bila prisutna i na Mediteranu, pa čak i u Dalmaciji do Drugog svjetskog rata. Danas je to gotovo nepoznata metoda. Pa od čega se sastoji ta metoda ventuza i kako se radi? Uostalom, možemo čak i pokazati na primjer. Evo, donijeli ste nešto od tog materijala.
I just bring this cup. Example, this big cup, small cup, even a bottle, even this cup can use. But this is so sharp, This is just for medical use. So just use the fire. more method. Some by cooking. After cooking, steam. So later the bamboo capping put on the back, put on the leg, or the arm, or the shoulder. So this also make a vacuum. So make the air go out. So later form a vacuum. So if vacuum the air pressure on the cup and to the skin, or the muscle. So later it stay there. So in this way, by the vacuum, so suction, the toxin, or some acid. For example, sometimes some black color can show even for diagnosis. So black color usually show this part is cold, cold syndrome, or yin syndrome. But if hot, usually it's red. For some baby, for some we call them more young. So some boy or girl, teenagers, I mean. So for the cup, usually it's red. But for adult, 30 years or 40 years, after 30 years, usually people has a degenerative change. So later more toxin in the body because some organ function a little weaker. So later if you put the cup, it's black, because cold, little weak circulation. Especially someone stressful, someone too tired, someone so too busy, so hurried. So later this black color. This means the toxin come out.
Evo, predlažem da napravimo demonstraciju s obzirom da se to može i vidjeti kako to djeluje. Ja ću za potrebe eksperimenta ponuditi svoju ruku. Žrtvovat ću nadlakticu za znanstvene svrhe. Okay.
This one. Relax. Relax. Look like not so relaxed.
No, not.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Usually on the bed is better. Anyway, now just show. Put a smaller one. Relax. Relax. Yeah. Maybe one more.
Mislim da će biti dosta. Ops, ova pada. Ja inače nisam baš najpoznatiji po opuštenosti.
Yeah, you should relax, maybe keep this too. Okay.
Pa dobro, eto, ukratko ste objasnili da zapravo ovaj vakuum izvlači toksine i zapravo ostane jedna masnica koja se kasnije rastoči. Pa evo, dok se meni izvlači toksini, možemo prodiskutirati o sljedećoj metodi koju također koristite u Splitu, zove se guaša. Što je to?
Guaša is just a method that use some, even not only the horn or the bird. This is also a buffalo horn bird. This is also from cow, from bull. This a horn. So this guasha usually put some oil. Put some oil on the back, or even we can do this on the arm. It's moving, scraping. Guasha is a Chinese name. In fact, in English it's called a scraping method, or scraping therapy. So this along the meridian. To scrape, so sometimes it become red, We can put some water to do guasha. Maybe your water.
Okay.
For example, or oil. Sometimes put some oil. This way. Can be stronger. Later it's red, Look. The red part usually spasm, more spasm, working too much computer. For example, some are driving too much, all day driving with no relax. That's more red. But that also depends on the defense system. Some are red, it means their energy has a good reaction. Some are, for example, very weak. So no red, no color. This means not good reaction, not so effective even. So red, this means bad. So it means good reaction, so more effective. Oh. Little red now. Some even can do little stronger.
Što se smatra dobrom reakcijom kod ovih ventuza?
You ask which is more effective, more reaction, right?
U biti, što se smatra dobrom reakcijom?
I think the gua sha usually at home do. So, this is simpler. But the cupping you cannot do by yourself. Usually not easy to by yourself. So this cupping is stronger. So usually more color come out. Sometimes they can come combined. After gua sha, put cupping. So make more toxin come out.
Kakva je to tehnika koja se zove moksibustija? Nadam se da sam dobro zapamtio.
Moxibustion just means, burn the moxa. This is a moxa roll. There's a longer one. Can make ignition, make a fire. So, for example, I will burn this. This one. This fire just very warm and mild. So later near the skin and make the meridian more reactive. So later the energy better, circulation better. This is all the therapy just along the meridian. For example, put on the point, you feel hot. You feel warm or hot.
Hot.
There's more method. You can turn around because it's hot, too hot. You can turn around. Now there's a bird, look like a bird. This way. And another method, we can put some ginger. If you put ginger, you put this here. So later this heat transmit into the muscle or meridian or even nerves, even artery. So the artery more circulation work better, because the brain reflects. So this is called the indirect moxibustion. So direct moxibustion just this way, without medium. So sometimes we put garlic. Slice of garlic, put here. So heating.
Dosta je vruće, da?
Heating the garlic. So later from garlic, the skin red until red. So that means a good effect. So indirect a little easier. So just put there to burning. So this you have to move. Sometimes we put this moxibustion in the needle, on the needle. Later I will do one needle on the...
Dobro, sad mi možete ovo iskinuti. Jer to inače treba držati barem 45 minuta sa cijelim leđima.
No, it's red.
Dobro. Vidjet ćemo što će od toga biti. Pratit ćemo. Hvala. Da vidimo sada još neke metode koje su malo poznatije od ovih koje smo sada nabrajali. Konkretno, refleksologija već davno nije nepoznata. Ona se temelji na istom principu fraktalne geometrije koja kaže da je u svakom dijeliću cjelina. Pa iz tog razloga se kroz refleksologiju može na tabanu ili na ušima naći točke koje odgovaraju svim organima tijela. U kojoj mjeri koristite refleksologiju?
Reflexology is not only foot reflexology or hand reflexology, but the ear reflexology we use for therapy and for diagnosis. On the ear, upper part is kidney zone. Our lower part is heart and lung. Middle part is just liver, or even gallbladder or pancreas. So this part is just for the spine, for the neck, and for the back, and sciatica is that in the middle, in the upper part. So this, if you touch this part, you will feel it's stiff. If it's stiff and painful, this means that part, for this lower back blockage, just the stiff, need some traction, need some acupressure, need some cupping therapy, or need some movement or self-healing. So this is ear reflexology, but the hand also. Hand, not only all the palm is reflexology, but every finger is one reflexology. For example, from this second finger, we can find all the information of the body from this part. Just this part is a head, second is the neck. This is for the shoulder or even chest. Lower part for lower back and even leg. So even this part, if you do some acupressure, there's some reflex in the brain. So you're healing the headache, healing the frozen shoulder, healing the lower back pain. It's very common, chronic problem. So from the small finger, this middle finger also. This part is head. This part the neck. This part the stomach. This go down. It just become it's intestine. So the lowest is colon, large intestine. So the lowest is gynecology, or reproductive organ. If you hear some wrinkle, more line, just show this more problem. So also for diagnosis, and if you acupressure, good for neck. If you acupressure this little upper part, so it's good for stomach.
Spomenimo još i 12 bioloških sati tijekom dana. Znači, kad kažemo 12 bioloških sati, mislimo 120 minuta, 1 sat. Dakle, tradicionalna kineska medicina prepoznaje razdoblja dana koja imaju veze s određenim organima i sa spavanjem. O čemu se tu radi? Kakav je taj princip?
Yeah, this biological clock is very interesting and I think important for daily life and for not only for Asian people but for modern people, because now everyone is so busy. Sometimes they have no enough time for sleep. For example, in the evening, 11, this is 23 o'clock to 1 o'clock is gallbladder at the peak function, peak level working. So that time is just for detox, 1 to 3 for liver. So this from 23 o'clock to 3 o'clock, that's the liver detoxin, gallbladder detoxin. You have to sleep. So someone no sleep. So this toxin every year more and more, every day more and more. So this is not easy to cure the patient. So in that way, even in the ancient time, 5 kind of patient we don't give therapy. For example, one is just so stubborn, cannot change the way of living. I think second, just fight with the doctor or quarrel, never peace. So look like a mental disease. So someone just not follow the weather. For example, in the winter, some lady wear so short skirt, so expose the body. So that's this kind of thing. They don't give therapy. Another, they think the money is more important than life. So doctor also refuse. I think this is at the beginning look like not logical, but it's also I think it's reasonable. So because you give therapy, this patient not follow the way of living, or the law, or the law, so they cannot healing. So doctor help this healing, body healing, self-healing system. If not change, this cannot help. So no effect. For example, from 5 to 7, you just in the morning you have to get up. This relative, not absolute idea also show one day look like a 4 season. In the morning 5 to 7 is just for the colon. You have to clean the colon, go to the toilet defecation. So you need to clean the body and wake up. So that time wake up already. So that is look like the spring weather. So you have to wake up. So in the evening, this 23 o'clock, this look like winter. So you have to sleep. Winter just you need to sleep, look like hibernation. So for at noon, if at noon 11 to 13 o'clock is for heart biological clock. So heart is working at peak level. So in this time, someone weak heart, you have to sleep. So you rest your heart for at least 15 minutes, even 1 hour or half an hour. So someone said if 15 minutes sleeping at noon or noon nap, so this look like the same function like in the evening, 2 hour sleeping.
Da, od 3 do 5 pluća i slično. U svakom slučaju, nećemo se sad baviti jer nemamo više vremena akupunkturom koja je najpoznatija kineska metoda iz tradicionalne kineske medicine. Naravno da se ona ne ograničava samo na iglice i akupresura je neki vid akupunkture, pa potom se u akupunkturne točke mogu stavljati razni biljni ekstrakti, vitamini, čak i postoji akupunktura pčelama gdje se pčele pincetom drže na nekom mjestu dok ona zapravo ne ubode čovjeka upravo na tom konkretnom mjestu. Postoji doista jako puno vrsta akupunkture. Ona, kao što sam već rekao, nije više tako nova. Ja bih vam svi zahvalio na gostovanju i reći da ćemo se vidjeti i opet s obzirom da smo ostavili jedan dio netaknut. To je jedna teorija koja zapravo je proizašla iz kineske medicine koju ste vi razvili u zadnjih 15-20 godina, koja opet zahtijeva neka dodatna tumačenja na koje ćemo potrošiti vrijeme nakon nekog vremena i slično. A do tada vam želim uspješan nastavak rada u Splitu, još bolje govorenje hrvatskog i također sretan put s obzirom da nakon snimanja putujete natrag.
Hvala.
Molim. A eto, u međuvremenu možda možemo zaključiti kako se tehnike tradicionalne kineske medicine, kad bi se sve svelo u jednu rečenicu, zapravo temelje na razmišljanju o međupovezanosti svih faktora, unutarnjih, vanjskih, i zapravo cilj je liječiti čovjeka bez unosa stranih tvari u tijelo. Riječ je o vraćanju organizma u ravnotežu. Bolesti se naravno vide ovdje kao simptomi te neravnoteže, te kao posljedica, što znači ako se ukloni uzrok kroz samo iscjeljenje, nestaće i posljedice. To je temeljna misao mnogih tradicionalnih medicina, pa tako i kineske. S takvom mišlju na umu želim vam laku noć.